Along this journey to lose weight and become the best basketball player I can be, I've failed thousands of times and made countless mistakes. I've learned and grown so much because of those mistakes and failures. I've become a wiser, more resilient person. Looking back, I don't think I would change anything, except one thing. In this video that I'm sure you have all seen, I talked about why I started working out with the trainer and how much I've improved since I started. But there's one part of that video that I got called out for, and it really made me think. I mentioned that before I joined the men's league I'm in now, I had played a few games in another league a few years ago. And after a while, I decided the drive was too much for me and I stopped showing up to the games. I quit on my team. I didn't think it was a big deal at the time, and the guys on the team understood. But if I could go back, I would definitely do things differently. During this journey of self-development, I've learned that one of the most important things I can do to develop confidence is keep my commitments, both to myself and to others. It doesn't matter if there are inconvenient circumstances or I don't feel like doing something, my word should mean something. It should mean something to the people that rely on me, but it should also mean something to me. This journey to get better at basketball has also been a journey in self-growth. I've had to battle with food addiction and develop good exercise habits to get in better shape. I've had to face my fears of performance anxiety and playing in front of people. I've had to develop the discipline to work through adversity when I'm not playing well or when I don't feel like practicing, but I know I should. The list goes on, but one of the most important things I've learned is that I'm more confident when I keep my word, and most of the time, that's to myself. After my third men's league game, I made a video talking about how I played poorly and I wasn't playing confident. And I knew that was simply because of a lack of experience, but I also knew I wasn't putting in the work. So not only were my skills not as sharp as they could be, but in the back of my mind, I knew I hadn't been working hard enough to play the way that I want to. $5:50 in the morning right now on a Sunday. Got a workout at 7 with Coach Jay. It's a little different this time. It's not gonna be a basketball workout. We're gonna actually work on some explosiveness, maybe do some hill sprints and stuff. I got my weight vest. I'm trying to practice what I preach in terms of the whole identity thing, and I'm trying to identify as an athlete. So in order to do that, then I gotta do what it takes to get there and do what an athlete would do. I'm gonna try to hit him off before he gets here.
Turn around, pause.
Pause, big pause.
Major pause alert. Go high knees.
High knees?
Yep. Yeah.
My hand already doing this by default.
Yeah,
The
bro, you got it. I thought you contemplating D. 1, 2, stick.
Okay.
Let's go 10. Hold the squat for a sec. Good, there you go. 4, good. Drop, good, attaboy. Hit, yep. Good. Let's work on our ability to work on our stride, right, and straight through. So the whole goal is to be able to not break your stride.
Doing just enough to get the knee over, but not jumping.
I want to feel like you're running. You don't even act like they're there. Yes, 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 yes. You misstepped, I think, on the third. Around the third, you start to have to leap, jump. I feel like. Good, 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 good. That was solid. I cut out the audio because I didn't have a good mic at the time, so it sounded horrible once I started running, but this was a special workout for me. It reminded me of how much there still is for me to learn, on and off the court. It might sound crazy, but I was never taught how to run. I was never taught how to jump. I never learned proper footwork growing up. These are things that you just don't get taught unless you're on a sports team, and they're definitely not things that come natural if you were morbidly obese for your entire childhood. Part of me hates the hill work because it's tiring and it takes a lot of effort, but an even bigger part of me takes pride in doing the hard work and looks forward to seeing the fruits of my labor if I continue. So definitely expect to see more of this moving forward. Alright, now back to the men's league. I said that I wasn't playing well because I wasn't putting in enough work on and off the court. So I decided to do something about that. I said I would start going to the gym to get up shots and just practice more in general. I did that, and to nobody's surprise, I started playing better, averaging about 15 points a game since I made that commitment. If you didn't know already, I've been working out with a trainer for a little over a year now. That trainer is Journey, who was also playing with us in this men's league.
After my rough start, I asked him what I was doing wrong and how I could get out of my own head and play better. He basically told me I need to remind myself of the work I've put in. He's been working with me on this journey and he's seen the progress I've made. He knows I put in the work, I know I put in the work, so I need to play like it. That put a couple things in perspective for me. One, I should focus on the things I can control, which is how much I work out and practice. And two, competition is unforgiving. You have to have a certain mindset to be able to compete, especially at a high level. I've seen him flip a switch during games and completely take over. But that ability didn't come overnight. It came from thousands of hours in the gym, failures, setbacks, and losses. But he was still able to get here because he didn't quit. In the spirit of not quitting, here's some proof that I have stuck to my word this time around, and I am still playing in this men's league. This was game 9 of the season. 1 game left before the playoffs. We're currently the first seed with an 8-1 record, and I genuinely believe that we're the best team in this league. Obviously I'm biased, and there is one other team that's also 8-1, but after we beat them in our rematch, I feel pretty confident saying that we can do it again. Regardless of whether we win the championship in the end, I'm proud of our team. We've had times where we blew a lead or got down in games, and we always stuck together, just focused on the adjustments we could make moving forward. No arguing, no blaming each other, just a group of guys that understand we have the same goal, and that when criticism is given, it's to help the team, not to put anybody down. We lost our first game, and although we were all a little bit frustrated and disappointed, we rallied together and haven't looked back since. And as for myself, each game I learned more about what my role should be and how I can impact the team without getting tunnel vision and hunting my shot. There have been games where I've only shot 6 or 7 times, but I had a good game because I was efficient and I created good looks for my teammates. I've also learned that every game is different, but there are some consistent patterns. There are ebbs and flows in every game. Most of the time, the other team will have a stretch where it feels like they can't miss and you just have to weather the storm. There will be some calls by the referee that you don't agree with and you have to just let it go and move on, and so on. A lot of this may seem obvious to y'all, but it's really not something you learn until you experience it for yourself. This is my first full season of organized basketball, and I've definitely come a long way since game 1. Once it's all over, I'll be making a video recapping the season and how much the team and I grew throughout the process. Definitely looking forward to that, and maybe we'll join another men's league in the future. But what I can say for sure is that you won't see me quitting again.